Man, that was such a good book.
Seriously, I loved that book.
I need a new book now that this one's finished.
What kind of book do you want to read?
I'm thinking one that's super meaningful, that makes me think of changes about my life.
I have such a good book for you to read. Follow me. I have 2 books that would be perfect for you.
Really? What are they?
The first book is See Jane Lead, and the second book is The Innovator's Spirit.
Yay, okay, I'm excited to read them.
Here you go, enjoy!
Within our society, women have been continuously suppressed by men, especially within the workplace. Women, including myself, have all probably heard,
I bet she's only going to college for an MRS degree.
Women belong in the kitchen, not in the workforce. Go make me a sandwich.
Man up.
Grow some balls, dude. Stop being such a pussy.
or a personal favorite of mine that a mom told me when I was taking her daughter around a tour of Marquette was,
you want to go to dental school? No, you'd be a great dental assistant, and that'd fit you so much better because you're a woman. Leave that to the men.
Frankel discusses how for years, women have been told that they can only succeed if they are more masculine. The irony behind that is that sometimes inherently feminine traits are exactly what a leader needs. Throughout See Jane Lead, 99 tips have been included on ways women can take charge at work, and Frankel also includes other book recommendations, team effectiveness surveys, anecdotes, and a communication style handout. The ultimate goal of this book is to help women become more effective leaders within their workspaces. eLead Theme 1, Leading Oneself. One big theme from eLead 1 was emotional intelligence. Page 179 of Frankel's book discusses how women's secret weapons are their likability and emotional quotients. Women typically score way higher than men when examining one's emotional quotient. This allows yourself to examine what you are feeling at that very moment. This is discussed on page 187. Then you can turn this knowledge outward and form better relationship management skills. Theme 2, Leading with Others. Another main point that Frankel discusses is assertive influence. Women are reluctant to assert themselves due to fear of being called the B word. Frankel says on page 89 that one of the reasons why women soften their messages is with punctuation and with words, and this is to avoid being called this term. Frankel says that this is just the white male system attempting to maintain the status quo. Funny. She says that one way we can change this is by using declarative and inclusive statements, as shown below. The point that resonated the most. Page 169 has a team effectiveness survey. This is a survey where you look at your team and you include everybody that you're working with. Doing this survey helps you to do things like being prepared to take action, make team building a priority, learn to not expect immediate results, and to hold people accountable. This is relevant because the 5 dysfunctions of a team discusses how important accountability is. So this helps to relate to the team effectiveness survey because you can make connections across time. Something I disagree with. On page 125, Frankel emphasizes how you should invite one new person to lunch each week. I think that in theory this seems like a good idea, but I think there are holes in actually executing this. One of the problems could be that your work budget isn't big enough. Maybe you just don't have the money to take someone to lunch every week. Additionally, once a week seems very frequent in my opinion. Maybe you have a very busy week, there's a huge project you need to get to. Maybe you're cutting down hours when it comes to eating your lunch and you eat and work at the same time. Additionally, maybe not everyone wants a 1 hour or 2 hour socialization period. For some people, maybe a 10-minute office chat where you bring them coffee would be more effective. Would I recommend this book? Yes, 100% I would recommend this book. I think that it's important for both women and men to learn about women's roles within the workforce. One of the biggest emphases at Marquette is Cura Personalis, which is care for the whole person. By holistically understanding women and their roles within leadership, we can create more effective teams for everybody. comparing and contrasting See Jane Lead with the innovator's spirit. What constructs related to leadership and innovation are discussed in the text, and how do the author's views align or differ? In See Jane Lead, the self-awareness insight was said on page 232, and this insight was to know your worth and charge what you're worth. Frankel discusses how by reducing one's fees to work with nonprofit organizations as opposed to big corporate organizations, you're no longer charging what you're worth. She couldn't do well and do good simultaneously. You can't always be nice and please everybody. So if Frankel reduced her fees to work with one nonprofit company, then she had to reduce her fees for all of the nonprofit companies that wanted to work with her. Thus, she was not marketing herself the way she deserved to be marketed. On Innovative Spirit, on page 62, one of the main points brought up was to establish the belief that it is not personal. Brutal truth and critical feedback is absolutely essential. Everyone should be accountable for themselves, and you have to make choices that don't always please everybody. How do these two relate? Well, you can't please everybody, and you can't make exceptions that jeopardize the health of your team. If you try to reduce your prices to help out small nonprofit companies, your team could get upset because their wages are being reduced. However, if you focus more on your team's profits, then you're no longer helping out these nonprofit companies and you're jeopardizing that relationship. This is okay. Not everything has to be a personal choice that you are making. Sometimes what is right for you in one situation may differ in another. There's a lot to be learned about innovation and leadership. See Jane Lead in the Innovative Spirit is a great spot to start.